So the six appeal workout for beginners. And I've broken this down to two parts. Part one is going to be a short presentation talking about what sort of exercise, how to exercise, and for how long. And then the second part, you're going to see a real life example of a client who's pictured there, Marie, what she was like right at the very start of a program and the type of exercises she was doing, which is the six appeal. But you're also going to see her again at the end, having achieved a goal, doing exactly the same exercises, just so you can see how much more efficient she is, how much more she can get through in comparison to when she started. Enjoy. So we're now on to the third and final trap, which is the exercise trap. And this is one that catches a lot of people out. Typically, January the 1st, you'll see people out there, National Slimming Day, they'll be out there running, joining the gyms and doing all that sort of stuff. Well, let me talk you through the three things that people get caught up in when it comes to exercise. Number one, what do I need to do? What exercise do I need to take? How often do I need to do it? And how long do I need to do it for? Because those two things revolve around time. And our approach is what we call the impact exercise plan. And what's the impact exercise plan? Well, I'll talk about that in a moment. But first of all, I want to share with you and show you three images. And I want to ask you, what do these three women have in common? I'll tell you what they have in common. All three of them do weight training. Now, within the weight loss market, there's a myth out there that if you push weights, you're going to end up looking like the lady on my far right, left as you look at it. You're going to become big and muscular. That's simply not the case. That is not going to happen. In order for you to get that sort of muscle increase, you'd really have to be taking some sort of steroids or hormone enhancement like testosterone to get that sort of size. So it's not going to happen, and you don't have to worry about getting big and muscular. It's really not going to happen to you. So in terms of what you need to be doing, first of all, cardiovascular training. If you're a beginner, start off with 10 to 30 minutes a day. Maybe 10 minutes is going to be adequate, but you want to be doing this daily. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, if I get out there 2-3 times a week, that's good enough. Here's the challenge with that, in my opinion. If you decide to exercise on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you miss the Monday, you may say to yourself, I'll do double on the Wednesday to catch up, and then you'll get into the Friday, and you'll do what you need to do on the Friday. But the reality is, people rarely catch up with themselves, or if they do, they end up doing too much and they get injured. So rather than doing that, let's get you out there exercising every day, doing a small amount, so it becomes a habit, a little bit like brushing your teeth. You wouldn't dream of going a whole day without brushing your teeth. You'd do it every day. So let's make your exercise regime a daily event, so that when you do miss it, it stands out and it's obvious you've missed it. Flexibility needs to be done daily as well, and you can spend 5-10 minutes doing a bit of flexibility around the major joints, your lower back, your shoulders, your hips. Those are all good areas to keep nice and mobile. But the area that I want to spend just a little bit more time on is resistance training. Because as I say, this is an area which has a lot of myths around it, which I've already spoken about, to do with becoming really, really big and muscular. Simply not going to happen. So resistance training, you want to be doing 3 to 5 times a week. And you want to be working all of your major muscle groups, your legs, your chest, your back, your shoulders. Those are all the major muscle groups, and also working on your core as well. So what are some of the benefits then of doing resistance training that people often don't speak about? Well, first of all, you've got improved muscle tone, therefore you're going to improve the way you look. You're going to have improved metabolism. I spoke about middle-age spread earlier, how we all lose a certain amount of lean body tissue as we age, which we do. Past the age of 30, we start to lose body tissue and lean body mass. So resistance training can help us to recapture some of that lean body tissue, which means we're going to increase our metabolism, which means at rest, you're going to be more metabolically active, which means you'll be burning more calories. Not only when you're resting, but when you're exercising as well. So some big gains to be had there. Your posture is going to look better. We do, as we age, tend to get a little bit hunched. So if we can strengthen those muscles on the back, we can keep ourselves nice and upright. and looking a lot more youthful. You can improve your strength, which I think is an important thing. You're going to reduce the risk of osteoporosis, which is very common amongst a lot of females. So as well as putting weights through your lower limb, you need to put some weight through your upper body as well, which is important. And then you're going to have joint protection as well, around your ankles, your knees, your hips, your back, your shoulders. You know, all of our joints require what we call dynamic supporting structures, and those are the muscles. Without those muscles, there's a tendency to get injury and for things to lead on to, for example, osteoarthritis, because the joints are not moving in their correct plane. So that's the way to get out of the exercise trap.